Boys are still active as a group. They have only recently found time for projects on their own, as we learned when we visited with Mike Love a few weeks back. Well, joining us tonight is a Beach Boy who is about to release his second solo album, Carl Wilson. Nice to see you.
Thank you, Bill.
And we just saw a little bit of your upcoming album there.
Yeah, that was Rockin' All Over the World, the John Fogerty song.
That's a little different from the Beach Boys sound that we've always heard.
Yeah, it's
in
a bit
whole
rougher.
Other direction.
It's a bit rougher. Well, I wanted to make a record that was rough around the edges, where I got to sing loud and play loud. And on this new album, I had the chance to sing in a freer way, you know, and try some different approaches on the songs that we did.
How does the rest of the group react when one wants to go out on his own?
Well, I found that the guys have been very supportive, especially my two brothers have been really behind it and are really very happy for me and want me to do stuff that is going to give me some satisfaction.
Will that mean you're going to
in terms of creative, you know, and
will you go out and tour on your own, or will your act become part of the Beach Boys act as a separate entity?
Yeah, well, we're rehearsing now for the spring tour, and I'm going to put in a couple of things. We've already been doing Rockin' All Over the World since last summer on the Beach Boys shows, and I'm going to do as many dates as I can, as well as the Beach Boy touring. We have a lot of stuff to do this summer.
This is a real strange question, but you said you're going into rehearsals for your upcoming tour. I would think after all these years of singing all your greatest hits that you wouldn't need much rehearsal, but you still do?
Yeah, I think even more so. As a matter of fact, there was a time a couple of years ago where I didn't work with the group for a while, and the issue was not rehearsing. And what we find is that when we really put ourselves into it and get involved in doing new songs or rearranging some of the songs or doing songs that we haven't done in a while, it keeps you on your toes. And you could have a new tune coming up maybe 3 songs away, and you're doing an oldie, but you're still on your toes.
Do you ever find your mind drifting when you're singing one of the older tunes?
Well, you know, most of them keep us pretty busy. You know, the way Brian made up our tunes, you know, they're very organized and orchestrated, so everybody has a specific part. And, of course, some of it's second nature after a while.
How about Brian? How's he doing?
Brian's doing great. He's back in the care of Dr. Landy, Eugene Landy, and he's already lost over 60 pounds, and he's just really looking great. And I noticed that he was calmer than he's been in years.
Did I hear something on the radio recently that he disappeared or something about a month ago or 3 weeks ago? What was that?
Well, Carolyn, Brian's nurse and friend, she started off as his nurse, and then they became very close. And I don't really know what I can say about that. I don't think it'd be appropriate for me to comment. But Brian's in very capable hands, and it's very under control.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Now, on your new album, the upcoming album, you work with a guy that was with the Doobie Brothers, with
Jeffrey.
Steely Dan, Jeff Skunk Baxter.
Yeah.
How'd you get wrapped up with him?
Well, my manager, Jerry Schilling, just intuited that we'd have a good chemistry together and be able to work. And so we came into L.A. When he was playing with Billy and the Beaters at the Roxy one night, and we went backstage and said hi, and then had a meeting a few days later. And then after that, Jeffrey came up to the house. I live in the mountains in Colorado. And we just cracked tunes open for 3 days. And based on that, he wanted to go forward with it. Of course, I used that as a song audition for myself, and we just rearranged things and worked real hard for a few days.
What is it like to have different people behind you, or working with a different group as opposed to the guys you've been working with for so many years?
Well, at first, I was a little bit shy about it, and I was going to work with so-called strangers for the first time, but that just fell away as soon as we started making music.
Do you feel like you're starting over again?
Yeah, that was very much the feeling that I had when I made my first solo record, and I kind of got my feet wet with that one. It was more of a personal kind of record, and this one's more of a performance for me, more of a stretch in terms of, you know, the way I would sing and having fun with the tunes. Baxter was great to work with. He has a lot of energy. I call him a maniac because he just really likes to work real hard and long and do a good job.
Would you ever leave the Beach Boys for good, for a solo career?
I can't see that happening. The Beach Boys, in terms of contribution and time, has been the biggest part of my life.
Did you ever think, back when you were doing the songs back in the 60s, when they were all out for the first time and the big Beach Boys phenomena caught on, that you'd be around in 1983 going out on another tour to do it?
Oh, gosh, we didn't have any idea. You know, we just wanted to make a record about going to the beach. It was very innocent in the beginning.
It's been a great career for you guys.
It really has. It has been phenomenal. It's a real honor for all of us as individuals to be part of something that has brought a lot of joy to people and been really positive.
Well, we wish you continued success with not only the Beach Boys, we'll be looking for them on tour, but on your solo career as well.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Carl Wilson, we're going to get a little taste more of your upcoming album as we go to a commercial.